can take questions now if you have.
Thank you so much, Pritaji. Thank you so much for the wisdom of your words and for this beautiful gift you bring to us, to the humanity. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Asha, I will tell you some questions now. We
Yeah.
have some from our community. Okay. So next, first question. How do I stay steady on the path of awakening and enlightenment when we experience life's big bumps? How not to lose faith and keep on the path when our life starts to fall apart, even though we are doing our daily sadhanas, practices, and meditations. And even so, big problems arrive. How do not to lose confidence and move on in the face of big problems? First question. Got it?
Thank you. You must get to the river when you are thirsty, because only the river can quench your thirst. Just the same way when you have mighty challenges, when they attack you, then I would say it is the most important time for you to progress towards enlightenment. Because only in that state of unperturbed calm, you will be able to conquer these problems and challenges with great ease. Because it is only that state will cut through the obstacles. It is like the power of the divine that cuts through the obstacles for you. The power of your state will connect you to the divine in a very powerful way. The power of your state can draw immense support for you from around the world. The power of your state will allow you to perform right action. Shri Krishna ji and I, what we are teaching you is not a hermit who's running away from the problems of life, moving into seclusion, but what our vision for you is for you to emerge into an engaged, enlightened being. A state of consciousness which will be like a light in the middle of chaos. And in fact, it will help clear the chaos. If you have this understanding very clearly, if you know that that is how you will live your life, not sinking in worry, not sinking in suffering. If you have that vision very clearly, and that vision will give you the strength and the support to walk out of suffering as and when it arises. Your sadhana is very important because you are teaching your being, your brain, your body, your entire consciousness to detach yourself from suffering, to detach yourself from that obsession towards suffering, to constantly live in that place of that inner calm. And that would become your way of living, even amidst chaos. And as you live in that unperturbed state, even when you are in a chaotic situation, you would see it settles down very quickly. It doesn't continue, it doesn't build. And your consciousness is not allowing it to build, and your consciousness is allowing you to get the support that you need for that particular situation. Every one of you need to have this understanding very clear, and every one of you need to hold a vision for enlightenment very clearly in your hearts.
Thank you so much, Pritaji. Thank you. Okay, let's see the second questions that came from our community. How to act when our soul circle is far from awakening and causing pain and problems in our lives?
See, we just spoke about it, but let me talk again. You are interconnected with your soul circle at so many levels, karmically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Even if you're not able to work on every one of your soul circle, all the members, even if you're not able to do it, it is important that you start working on the consciousness of 9 members in your soul circle. Stay in a space of connection, stay in a space of deep compassion where you truly want them to be enlightened, want them to be free of suffering. If your own state is one in which there is no suffering, one in which you are in a state of unperturbed calm and unperturbed peace, your consciousness will impact them. And you would begin to see a radical shift in the other very soon. And definitely in today's blessings, please hold that intention in your heart that the other must become peaceful and calm. And together you create a great destiny. And I bless you for that.
Thank you so much, Pritaji. Third question. How to experience prosperity when for some people it flows so easily, but for others, no matter how hard we work and pursue the search for enlightenment, it doesn't unlock it. On the contrary, it gets worse.
I would suggest that you immerse in manifest again and again and again. See, the blocks that you're talking about in your consciousness could be the result of blocks at various levels. And manifest is that journey that comes, of course, to your laptop or to your screen every month. But the beautiful thing about this journey of manifest is it is impacting your consciousness by which you're directly impacting your external life. It is a field that is created for manifesting miracles, manifesting abundance, manifesting synchronicities. And in each and every manifest, a block gets cleared at some level. So if you are still continuing to face challenges and roadblocks in terms of creating abundance in your life, I would say get back to immersing in manifest. And I think the next one that is coming up in the month of June, I think it's the 11th of June, it is manifesting wealth. And it would be very important that you're a part of that. And for every one of you, because we want you to be engaged, enlightened beings. We want you to be a Buddha driving an eco-friendly Benz with your loved ones. We want you to live in a very profound state of consciousness. And at the same time, we want you to have all the abundance, love, and joys of life. So that is our vision for you. And I bless you that your roadblocks in the form which is stopping you from creating abundance be cleared, and you experience incredible abundance in your life.
Thank you so much, Pritaji. Thank you so much. Next question is, what are the levels of enlightenment? And how do you know if a person is enlightened?
Enlightenment is a journey. And we can see it as a journey through 5 distinctive stages of consciousness. From being conscious of your words and actions, then being aware of your thoughts and states, and then to being transformed, where your heart comes awake and flowers. And then you have a direct experience of enlightened consciousness, which is awakening. and finally to be enlightened. Which is in itself a it's a very splendorous consciousness. In the fifth stage itself, you can divide it into two stages. The first stage is where you become asthita prajna, which means you enter a state of unperturbed calm, a state in which nothing or no challenge in the external world troubles you, a state in which no challenge in the external world impacts you. Once you are here, then you rise even higher. The first level is asthita prajna. The second level is you become an anukampana jivan mukta, which means you become a compassionate, liberated being. You have seen through the illusion of the self, and then your heart is awakened to great compassion for all humanity. And your journey continues. You go on realizing the magnificence of the consciousness of the universe, the true nature of the universe. And as you flower into this, your presence, your wisdom, your very being becomes a blessing to the earth.
Thank you so much, Paritaji. Wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you. Next question, fifth question, and how to love or live with people who only hurts you?
It is possible for you to continue to live with someone only when you stop getting hurt with them, because otherwise you eventually separate. There is a very beautiful story of the Buddha. Buddha is giving a lecture and a man walks up to Buddha. And in front of the entire assembly, spits on Buddha's face. Buddha wipes it off. And that man runs out of the assembly hall. Buddha doesn't say anything. Next morning, that man comes back and profusely apologizes. He said, "You never said a word after I spat on you in open assembly." The man asks forgiveness. The Buddha looks at him and says, "That person who spat on me was full of hate. But that person is not there now. The man in front of me has realized." That Buddha on whom you spat existed in that moment, but does not exist in this moment. So the question is, who should forgive whom? The only way to live, the only way to sanely live in this world is to live with a body, a heart, and a consciousness. Something that does body, heart, and consciousness that does not succumb to emotional hurts. Only then you become capable of loving someone. Otherwise, you're so used to being hurt, you're habituated to living in hurt, you will just find another reason to be hurt, to be dissatisfied with each other, to be angry with each other, to be hurt with each other. I want you to think for a moment and see what is important for you. Is your hurt important? Or the fact that you are right and the other is wrong important? Or is living with a consciousness that is unfettered, to live with a consciousness that is capable of connection important? Dependent on what you choose, your life will go. So, in simplest terms, what I'm trying to tell you is, rather than holding on to hurt, justifying your actions, justifying your anger, blaming the other, try to nurture an art of living free of hurt. And as you are able to bring the total attention to your hurt and dissolve it, and at some point you're getting a grasp of living free of hurt, then your life takes a very beautiful turn. A very beautiful trajectory would emerge for you in your life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Beautiful, Pritaji. Thank you so much. Another question. Dear Pritaji, what transformation can I have if I take this journey FOA? What benefits can it bring to my life?
Okay, Field of Awakening is a 4-day journey. It is what its name suggests. You are led through a powerful awakening in your consciousness. You wake up from a deep slumber. And you might wonder why experiencing awakened consciousness is important. Please know, an awakened consciousness is the ground of miracles. The more you are awakened, the more the universe supports your fulfillment of your heartfelt intentions. When you are awakened consciousness, you become a co-creator with God. Your body enters a miracle zone. You become capable of cellular reorganization. When you enter awakened consciousness, you become a co-creator with God. Your heart enters a miracle zone. Your heart lets go of those powerful, painful, emotional charges. It moves into a space capable of love. When you enter an awakened consciousness, you become a co-creator with God, and chaotic karmic energies are released, and your life itself enters a space of great order, harmony, and abundance. It is a space in consciousness that you're going to experience in the field of awakening. Your body changes, your relationships change, your life changes as you immerse in these powerful awakened states of consciousness. And it would give you a glimpse of what enlightenment is, and you become a true seeker of enlightenment. Are you all ready to be a spiritual warrior? to enter into this magnificent space in consciousness. When you attain the awakened consciousness, you will realize that you are not the observer. You realize that you are consciousness. When you attain the awakened consciousness, you realize you're not your thoughts, your emotions, your views, your perceptions, and your beliefs. You realize you are consciousness. When you attain to the awakened consciousness, you realize you're not your body, your breath, or your body's activities. You realize you are consciousness. When you attain the witness consciousness or awakened consciousness, you realize you're not your relationships, the pains and the pleasures. You are consciousness. You're not your positions and your positions. You are consciousness. You are none of the things that you observe. These are part of moment of life. You rise above these moments of life into an awakened consciousness. You experience a deep inner silence. You experience incredible stillness in your being. You experience being a witness. We experience a powerful divine union. We experience the presence. That is all you experience in an awakened consciousness. It is just not intellectually, verbally. Actually, you will enter the realm of witness consciousness again and again and again. You would go beyond the presence of the mind. You realize you are consciousness. And when that happens, something radically would shift in your life. It is a field of awakening. You're woken up from your deep slumber, caught up in your own suffering, fears, and craving. You're woken up from that deep slumber and you begin to experience something extraordinarily beautiful. You move into the realm of transcendence. You move into the realm of enlightenment. And when that happens, you are in a zone that would create incredible changes in your body. There would be incredible healing that happens in your body, healing that happens in your relationship, healing that happens to your life itself. And you become a being that radiates powerful energies, transforming one's soul circle. So, field of awakening, I don't know the dates. I think it's in November.
9 to 12 of November.
9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th of November. It would be an incredible experience for you and every member of your soul circle to be a part of it. And it is coming, the field of awakening. I've been there doing field of abundance in Sao Paulo. But this time what is coming is field of awakening. And it would be an immensely powerful experience for you to create a radical shift in your life.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much, Prita ji. Wonderful. The last question. Can I say it?
Yes.
Dear Prita ji, how could we overcome the global climate crisis and eradicate social inequality this century?
See, every crisis that we see in the world today is not something that just came out like a mushroom one fine day. The crisis of any form, either economic crisis, political crisis, ecological crisis, climate crisis, environmental crisis, every crisis has come into existence because scores and scores of humanity are living in states of suffering. It is this inner conflict, this suffering, this division that the humanity experiences is showing up as various crises that we see on this planet. So the solution also lies in the consciousness of humanity. The climate crisis is because it is caused by a humanity that is totally disconnected within oneself, disconnected from the other, and disconnected from nature. Definitely, we need to work on the right policies. We have to put the right laws in place. But the root of the problem is the consciousness of humanity. We have to wake up humanity. That is why Shri Krishna ji and I say we need 80,000 enlightened beings living on this planet to create a shift in the consciousness of humanity towards awakening. When humanity's thinking will move away from separation and division and self-centeredness towards oneness, then you would see all these crises just disappear. We see that as the only path.
Thank you so much, Prita ji. Thank you so much for you being here, for your wisdom, your presence, your loving, kind presence, and for being here in Brazil, for coming for Brazil FOA 2023. We are going to be here waiting for you. Every one of us will be there for sure to be blessed by the FOA this year. Thank you so much. God bless everyone there in India. We miss you all so much.
Miss you too, Elo, and miss you all. Would love to see you all in the field of awakening. And it will be an incredible journey. And I'm very glad to be there this year. And now we can move into the blessing.
Yes. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste.
Please close your eyes. Sit still. Sit with great dignity, like a Buddha. Breathe deeply. Let your exhalations become longer as you breathe. Feel that you are breathing into the one unitary field of consciousness that is everywhere and all things. You are not a separate entity. You are one. Now, place your palms on your heart. Feel the desire you want to manifest. Shri Pritaji will now bless you with that intention. सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः expressing gratitude to Shri Preeta ji. You could slowly open your eyes.
Love and blessings to all of you. See you in Brazil.
Namaste, Preeta ji.
Namaste.